Yeah, YouTube! My name is Pokyu, and today we're gonna be reacting to a moist critical video. Woo! And the subject matter is probably the most fearsome, disgusting, awful thing on the entirety of the internet. James Charles. So sit back, relax, and make sure to like and subscribe for more fun react content. Let's go.
I can't even imagine what this is gonna be about. It's probably gonna be something disgusting. James Charles always has literally the worst takes.
I heard a name today that I haven't heard in many moons. Had me feeling like Robin Williams when he crawled out of Jumanji asking what year it is. That name? James Charles.
No!
I put a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job."
Why does he sound like this is bad? The evil in his eyes, someone call a priest. We need to exorcise. This guy is literally evil incarnate. What? Did he just laugh at someone being trapped and stranded? Get him out of here! Get the holy water!
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
What a yucky douchebag. This is like cartoon villain level evil monologue here. Oh, no money, huh? No money? Bang! Shrink ray! Yeah, I'm sure too, like that kind of thing. It's so over-the-top, stinking, oozing assholery. I cannot believe his delusional mind thought this was a good idea or like a strong look or a worthwhile dunk to be punching down on someone.
Why did he think anybody would be on his side for this?
Losing their job, and they reached out to you in this desperate situation because clearly they have an appreciation of you. So they threw the Hail Mary, seeing what happens. I doubt they were expecting this kind of response. Now, of course, there is always the chance that it is fraudulent. There are so many fake GoFundMes out there, so there's always a chance that it is fucking fiddlesticks. It could all be baloney.
Still,
I have no way of knowing that. I only have James Charles fucking Gangnam styling on this person and insulting him for it to go on, which leads me to believe that it might be real, because if it was just fake, obviously just a sham, why would he even be bothering to crash out for over 2 minutes about it? So I'm going to work under the assumption that this is a real person that has reached out about it. You could have just not responded.
Yeah. Why do we need the evil monologue?
Like, spitting and dunking on him like, how dare you even message me asking for help? Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm James Charles, goddammit. And is there anything ickier than someone that has a job like James Charles telling someone else to get a job, preaching that they need to get a job? Brother, this former Spirit Airlines worker is a 10 times harder worker and has done 10 times as much labor as you ever have in your life.
Yeah, like what's he gonna do? He puts on like 3 pounds of mascara and eyeliner and does like the same makeup look over and over again, and somehow he's a billionaire? And he has the audacity to tell someone else to get a second job?
James Charles' entire career has been just farting out dog shit products and posting cringe videos, and he couldn't even do that without also trying to sext minors. So how dare you try and tell an actual hardworking American to go get a job as if you've done anything worthwhile and you've done like actual work. You got the easiest fucking job in life. You got dealt a very lucky hand, bro. This is so tasteless. It's so crude. Coming from James Charles of all people.
Yeah, of all people, that's the least person I would want to hear this from.
Right. Group hug in the shower tonight, James. Glad you've never gone through
He would like that.
This person is. And they desperately tried to reach out to you, and there's no obligation for you to try and like save them or anything. Obviously, there's no expectation of that, but they tried anyway because they're feeling in a rough spot. So they tried, and now you're insulting them and publicly trying to humiliate them for it. It's just so gross, bro.
It would have taken him 3 seconds to say, I'm so sorry to hear that, or you know, like it, or share it, or something, like, or just simply not respond to it at all. to make a video where your millions and millions of followers are going to see this, to dunk on someone who's already going through a very stressful time, that's sick and twisted. He's an old-timey villain type shit.
Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Oh my god! Just
And you think
spit
that
on
influencers
their
and celebrities
body,
should
why
fund your
don't
life
you?
for you. Why would I ever help you?
There's no way the word entitled just left his lips. Right? No, I must have misheard that. There's no way he's
never had a job,
Charles
and
he
he's been
didn't
famous
use
since
that
he was
word
like
against somebody else,
16.
did he? Yeah, it had to be an audio glitch. I'm gonna assume that there's no way his vocal folds would even let the word entitled leave his lips. Oh my god, the lack of self-awareness would probably cause his fucking head to combust. So I'm not even gonna bother touching on that one, holy. So let's instead look at the other stuff he said. He really highlighted that this person doesn't follow him. Who gives a fuck? There's plenty of people that I watch their stuff and engage in their content with without subscribing to them or following them on socials.
I don't follow
That's
everybody
pretty
that I
normal,
regularly
I don't know why he's
watch.
spiteful about that. So then he's using that to say like, oh, you must have sent this to like 100 other celebrities. Based on what, man? You're just making an assumption. You're just taking a guess. You don't know that. You could be the only person they reached out to about it
Yeah,
because
what if they just really
admired
cared
you
about
and
you?
thought
What if they
that
were
maybe
actually
you
a
could be
fan?
that
I don't know
person.
how, though.
Which again, there's no obligation for him to do, but why go this hard against them? This is fucking diabolical. And you have no idea if they've sent out job applications or not. Why are you speaking as though you're certain they haven't? They very well could have 100 job applications out there right now. The Spirit Airline layoffs are still pretty new. Getting a job right away is not like this, bro. I don't know how out of touch you are with reality and what's going on in the world around you. It doesn't happen lickety-split like that. So in the meantime, they are out income. And I imagine as a Spirit Airlines employee, they weren't rolling in dough.
Yeah,
able to afford
exactly.
fucking mansions and stuff. They're probably wondering where next month's rent is going to come from in the meantime, in between jobs. So they reached out to you in the interim. That would be my guess. You have no clue if they've sent out job applications. It takes a while.
You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think
How
that
would
I'm
he
gonna
know that?
Send you money because you lost your job? Oh my god. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their
He's saying that! He's saying that! He doesn't know what the real world looks like at all! At all! I'm flabbergasted that he is saying that! He's been privileged since he was like 14 years old. He's literally had everything handed to him. He's surpassed like 14 cancellations. How in the heck? How does he even say that without his mouth blowing up?
every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position
He
than a lot of other people
stalked
out here who are trying clearly much harder to
What
make
does
a
it
better
matter
life for
what
themselves.
she
Why would I
looks
fucking
like?
help you?
She
What
can
is
still
Dr.
have a
Zuckerberg even
hard
crashing out about at this
time.
point? He's having a conniption, blowing a gasket over what? What are you even yapping about? You're not even making a point anymore. You're trying to tell someone else how the real world functions when you yourself haven't been a member of the real world in like a fucking decade. You are so detached from the real world, yet you're over here lecturing them about it. It's absurd, bro. You couldn't write someone this out of touch and this unlikable. He's like the Starbucks CEO about the $9 coffee and the premium experience, but wrapped up in like an insufferable asshole influencer.
Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least
She just
like,
tried.
respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to.
Oh, and he's just like making a joke of this. This guy is disgusting.
CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies.
Stop trying to make jokes. Like, actually,
This is
just
not
please
funny
stop trying
at
to make
all.
jokes, James. Put the kibosh on it right now. It's miserable listening to him try and inject humor into anything. Why did it piss you off? How does that piss you off? Yeah, 17,000 people lost their jobs here, man. That's 17,000 people that are now out income. I imagine a lot of them are feeling very similar ways to the person that reached out to you. This person just decided to try. They decided to throw a Hail Mary. Again, you could have just ignored it. Why did it piss you off?
Instead, he decided to take his cigarette and go, "You don't deserve my money, you whore," and then thrushes it into his skin, burns it, makes a mark, and then spits on it. James Charles is the scum of the earth.
Fucking you problem, man. That is a weird response to it.
Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you.
And how did he think that people would like this? He thought his his midlife crisis single moms would be like, "T, Quinn, T, you absolutely cooked her. Wow, we worship everything that you walk on. Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful video about you being a complete dick."
And my support for you, I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help.
Why does that?
I love you and I appreciate you.
Oh, so I have to grovel. They have to grovel and beg for it.
What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Hey, pal. You just blow in from Stupid Town? You really thought he cooked with this rant. So the impression here is that the only people in the world he cares about are people that, like, mindlessly support him through thick and thin.
Yeah, who lick his boots.
DMs. Okay, now I care about you. So maybe if you had, like, a genetic disease where you were dying and you were about to just kick the bucket, I might consider spitting on you if you were on fire. I might, because you've proven that you're a fan. And those are the only people I care about. Those are the only human beings to me, are the fans.
You must get sacrificed for me to care about you.
Reminding you, there's nothing that says that she wasn't a fan, by the way, James, just because she didn't follow you or DM you before. What an awful perspective to have on people, huh? Again, you could have just not said
How do people watch this?
But you decided to make a whole show. You decided to go fucking hog wild on it. And man, do you look like a clown. Talking about hard work in the real world, two things that you are not someone to be lecturing anyone on. You don't work hard, and you are not in the real world. And that's one of, like, the biggest things, like, points he tries to make here. Get real. This person is just in a desperate spot, as a lot of people are and have been. And in those positions, sometimes people try a Hail Mary. That's what they did here. It clearly didn't resonate with you in any way, and for some reason, really
just had to be mean for no reason.
For some reason. But I don't think they did anything wrong. Again, you could have just not said anything about it. And you have no idea if they are applying for jobs.
And now I just made them feel bad.
Currently.
Not only did they not help,
having no income is scary and detrimental.
But now they're scared, and they were just insulted by someone they considered a person to idolize.
Off of poop they shat out years ago, like you can, just collecting paychecks off of the trash that you've peddled over the years passively. So in the meantime, they made this GoFundMe. They reached out to you, and then you had this ballistic response to it. And James did get dunked on for it, so he made an apology
rightfully.
video.
This video was
of course he did, of course. You know what, I have a feeling that this guy, he starts getting, like, a little bit low in his bank account, and every, like, a year or two, he decides, you know what, I'm gonna make something completely off the wall so that I can rage bait a bunch of people so that they'll look at my stuff for once, and then I'll make an apology video, and they'll look at that too, so then that'll save me, that'll keep me going in my insane lifestyle for a couple more months. I think he's just completely at his limit. Like, nobody cares about him anymore. He's only coasting off of his, like, makeup or whatever. And so now he has to make these rage baity videos just to be relevant anymore. That's literally it. It's gotta be.
It was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, so why did you do it?
I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it.
Put a shirt on. You don't need to get into formal attire. I'm not asking you to put a suit and tie on, but did you do the bare minimum of at least putting on clothes?
Can you sit up out of bed?
half awake in your hotel bed after a night of binge drinking and meth smoking. Like, you couldn't just do at least a tad bit more? Why do I have to watch you shirtless here fucking, like, sleepwalk through your response?
And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have
A
never
demon
assumed
possessed
that
me. I didn't know why I did this.
I don't know. I just don't know.
He's just yapping.
Ooh,
He's yapping.
I know. Pick me. I've got my hand raised. I know. It's because you are an egomaniac. It's because you are a self-centered, self-absorbed, narcissistic piece of shit, bro. That's why you did it. You thought that you were above this person, and you thought you could actually convince your audience that what they are doing is wrong and worthy of being shamed. And you tried to even spin it in a way like hard work, when you yourself are not the product of hard work. So you tried to puff out your chest about how much it takes to get back out there with the elbow grease, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, but the message falls flat because you, the messenger, are not that person. And you're also choosing someone who is going through a very real grievance, again, assuming all of this is a legitimate story, and a legitimate person, which I have no reason to believe it's not, based on everything he's said. So, really, it was all a pile of dog shit, and you let your mask slip so people get to see even more about the real you, James. This is the real you.
My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally,
So why was this the one that you decided that it was the last straw and it's gonna teach everybody to stop sending me these messages? Why was this the one? Why was this the one? Why wouldn't you have just continued to ignore it like every other video?
definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you. Treat you like a personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention and it really hurt a lot of people.
This is coming across.
Where was this mindfulness about 2 days ago when you made the video? Why do some influencers just decide to post something without a single modicum of thought behind it? Why do they go, this is my first initial thought, let me post it, I'm sure it's gonna go amazing, and then after they have 30 seconds of time to realize, oh, maybe I'm the asshole, maybe I did something bad just now, maybe that's when they decide, oh no, people are upset at me, I gotta change my ways, I gotta think differently. Why don't they just have that moment before? Why does it always have to be like shit hits the fan and then it's suddenly a problem that you have to address?
James, as he's falling into slumber here, it feels like I'm watching a video of someone ODing. Why did you do it like this? And also, I don't understand why it even upset him in the first place, and why he says it sucks that people, treat me like an ATM. I get these random messages from people that obviously don't know anything about me and are just trying to hose me for cash. Like, yeah, that happens. That's annoying if you see it, but I guarantee most of the messages go to his management. I guarantee James doesn't see the vast majority of those, like,
he doesn't deal with this stuff.
Reaching out for money type things. It's not like a telemarketer call. Telemarketers get a direct line to you, they call you, then they treat you like a little piggy bank for their trash product, and you know what happens there? You hang up. Here, these messages go into the fucking void. You'd have to go out of your way to find these, like, spam, scam, like, fraudulent things. Like, it just, I don't understand why he's making it seem like, oh, it's so hard being me, James Charles, where people reach out and they don't even care because they're asking me for money. Again, I don't think you see most of them, and the ones you do see, just ignore. Like, it takes, like, actual split seconds. If he was making a point like, friends and family are always reaching out to me just for cash, they treat me like I'm not even a human anymore. I'm just
yeah, that's one thing. If people who are close to you are doing it, but these are just people you don't know.
It's so weird, like his view on it, at least to me, I think it's weird. I'll sum up the next section.
It's so weird.
To, like, relate to the average worker, saying that he knows how hard it is in today's job market. I know people looking for a job, and it sucks, getting ghosted and stuff like that. So now he's saying, like, oh, I get it, it's super, I relate. That's now his big thing that he's saying in this section. And then he goes on to talk about how he recognizes that he got really lucky with his makeup tutorials, so now he's got the position he's in, and now in his position,
it's just a big monologue of please forgive me, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please stop buying my makeup. Please stop buying my trashy makeup. I promise I'll change. Jesus. He's just the worst person. He's the worst person on the internet. He literally makes the internet worse just by posting. I don't get it. I don't get why people support him.
I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see
probably because she deleted her account after being absolutely ridiculed.
And to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message.
Are you serious? It only took people being mad at him for him to offer help. When instead, he could have chucked $100 into her GoFundMe account, didn't say a single word, and none of this would have happened. Instead, though, he has to make a giant stink, literally the worst take I've heard in probably 6 months, spit on her, roll her around in nails, and then after people are like, maybe you were kind of awful and completely wrong in this situation, that's when he's like, okay, now I'll give you money. I'll give you money now. Please, people, don't be mad at me. Oh my god, he's insufferable. He's so insufferable. Why does he have makeup on in bed? It's because this is all completely manufactured by his little HR team. This was all fake. This is all for views. This is all for an apology. There's nothing real about this. There's nothing sincere. Nothing.
That if it was, I really needed to hear that.
Oh, thank you for the experience.
He's going on like, okay, I really want to help now. I tried to find her message, but I fucking banished to the Shadow Realm somewhere along the way. I really want to help. I've learned my lesson. And then there's a cut, and then he's got the blanket pulled over him. He's tucking himself in the bed. Why?
Good night. I'm going to sleep now.
So fake. It's so unbelievably fake.
And I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account.
Now you think that?
Genuinely
10 years into your career after every single bad thing you've done?
Laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate.
Of course you do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
What joke did you make?
My bad. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. Didn't mean to completely destroy someone who was already in the lowest part of their lives. Get fucked, man. Oh my god.
It was just insulting them. It was just berating them for having the gall to try and reach out to you in any capacity during a hard time.
How dare a poor speak to me?
I don't know why he's saying it like that. Like, I just, I love to rant, I love to yap, I love to laugh, I love to joke, and, well, I just forgot that so many people like me and watch me, and this one came across bad. I shouldn't have been joking about this one. But you weren't joking. You were just insulting this person. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? And it wouldn't have changed even if you had, like, a fraction of the people watching. You'd still be an asshole. Yeah, it'd still be fucking weird to have that response to it. So yeah, that's the James Charles stuff going on in a nutshell. I haven't heard that name in a long time, and it popped up today, and I had to watch that. What a wacky fucking rant. Anyway, that's
I could go another 5-10 years without hearing anything from James Charles. I want him to just go back into his little makeup cave and try and shove whatever factory created nonsense he's making, the fake Timo makeup that he's trying to push on TikTok probably. This guy just deserves to have no voice whatsoever. Not after every single thing that he's done. He's literally made influencing worse. He's literally been a worse inspiration to most of YouTube and influencing as a whole. And I'm so grateful that this will probably just be another blip in history until he comes out of his cave again to roar whatever rage-baiting crap that he mentions. Oh my gosh. And of course, Charlie was always very elegant in the way he says things. He could have been a lot worse, honestly. James Charles deserves it, but man, I have no words. I have no words. That just left a sour taste in my mouth.